Hi, hello, hello. We're reading more Dr. Stone. Gotta sign in. This is going to be chapter 141. We're at least now in the same month of chapters as the current releases. So, the plan now is, and I can't get over how hype this is, to go to the moon. And to go to the moon, they certainly need a whole lot of technology and materials that they don't currently have. So the preliminary plan, in order to get to the moon, is to travel the world, picking up all of the materials they'll need into the mother of all construction projects, a rocket that can fly to the moon from this stone world. They are expecting further adversaries, which I'm not really sure where these people will come from, adversaries in these future resource collecting arcs. Given that the people on the island were descendants of the original spacecraft, as are people in Ishigami Village, like the only people we've encountered are people that are descendants of Senkyu's dad and the other people on the ISS. But who knows? You know, there could be all sorts of circumstances under which people have separately depetrified, or maybe there was like some other Americans in space or something. I don't know. But in order to fight these potential adversaries, they have revived the strongest primate, Tsukasa Shishio. He's joining the Kingdom of Science crew. They once were mortal enemies, but then at death's door, Senkyu saved him. First through freezing, and then through Dr. Stone, the petrification power of healing wounds. Awesome color pages. This one especially is crazy. Tsukasa with a very barbaric looking sword. You know they've forged like katanas now. You don't need to be using this crazy warhammer weapon. Ventured out and came back bearing awesome treasures. He's at cocky level 3. He's got his samurai concubine. He's, yeah. Ginro actually now becomes like such a strange presence in the development of arcs and stuff because he actually has so much power at his like fingertips. Her face cracks are gone. Hey, that's true. I didn't even think about that. But they can just unlimited petrify and depetrify now. Is Senkyu going to lose his cracks too? It feels like it's such a defining part of these character designs. I don't know. Turn ourselves into stone, revive ourselves, and heal even the baddest of wounds. Together they make Dr. Stone. Now that they've said it once, they're just gonna keep name dropping. But I love it. It's actually so hyped. Look, even the dog is hyped. Everyone is hyped. So now that they're back at the village, they're going to have an opportunity to ditch their stowaway, i.e. Suika. She almost got in real tough shape before. She was in a bit of a pinch. I think they'll want to keep her safe. Now our ally through science. Now, finally, we can help my brother. Captain's division is telling me that's not even the root of the problem. Treating Sabe Bara, the rational Senkyu, would obviously Dr. Stone has healed himself right away. Those cracks on your forehead tell us you didn't. Didn't use it and left it for Tsukasa. Why is that? I can think of a few reasons. Because the device is out of juice! Whoa! Okay, well, I mean, we also just want Senkyu to retain his signature forehead cracks, no? I would be surprised if, after making so much merchandise and making so many promotional images, they would allow Bochi to just redesign his character like that. But I suppose stranger things have happened to shonen protagonists. But it runs okay. So this I actually quite like. Even though it's a hyper technology, even though it defies all scientific reason, it isn't unlimited power. It doesn't defy the second law of thermodynamics or anything like that. It still requires some energy, some batteries equivalent to work. So is the intermittent goal to build a petrification device charger? No clue. It's not like we can smash it apart and have fun analyzing the inner workings. It's operating some kind of energy. So no matter how bad you want it, you can't make limitless energy from nothing. Give me something. When you specify a device for the radius, range for the device, that's the radius, right? Finally managed to whammy Bara. I set it for a 5-meter blast. The Petra beam that shot out had only about a half-meter radius. The lesson has been passed down, but the power of petrifying light must be never abused or unleashed over a wide area. It's run out of energy. Okay. So probably when they did the island covering 5-mile blast, that's what significantly drained it. So there's kind of like two routes here. One is that it actually just had a set amount of power that happened to run out right around the events of this arc, which would be, you know, a coincidence, but not the craziest coincidence. They were spamming it a lot during this arc. The other potential is that it actually slowly recharges, and you know the fact that they're spamming it during this arc means that it momentarily dipped down to 0, but somehow through purifying the air or through kind of shaking it around like some watches, it'll eventually recharge itself. I'm kind of thinking it'll be the latter, and it'll just be, that's like some nice convenient writing, that it just kind of puts itself out of commission for a little bit, and then later, without even having to write any particular reason why, it just starts working again. At the same time, it could be a fun little quest. How can we get more energy into this mysterious hyper-technological device? This seems like dubious advice. Taiju telling Tsukasa's sister to hold onto your brother's hand real tight. I mean, that's very cold. You could actually get some sort of frostbite on your hands. Plus, even if you do overcome the coldness of the body, you're going to start defrosting the body, and then it'll start rotting away. Oh, by pressing the device against his hands, even the smallest bit of light should take effect. Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, I see. She was putting... I got distracted by Taiju yelling at me. But she was putting the petrification device in his hands, and then they were gonna try. Okay. It's okay if my hands get crushed, as long as my brother can come back to life. Okay. I like how Senkyu keeps referring to the beam whammying him. It seems like such a tonally inappropriate word for this hyper-technology. But I'm here for the juxtaposition. I'm here for Senkyu's, this continual irreverence, both reverence and irreverence he has for scientific processes. Cell phones, electric razors, and the like, even when their batteries have run dry, turning them off and on again can have them flicker back on, if only for an instant. Okay, good luck. This is so strange. It's so amazing how, you know, this, what first was a mystery became a weapon, became now this hopeful instrument of medicine, and something that they all almost hold sacred as they bond and hold their hands together over top of it. It's just amazing, this natural recontextualization. 1 meter, 1 second. It starts whirring up. It flickers. He manages to get petrified. Won't all their hands get petrified too? Eh, whatever. And Senkyu dumps the fluid, and Tsukasa is back. So basically they're saying, hey, you know, we promised you Tsukasa, we know that you're going to be hyped up for the return of the strongest primate. Look at him coming back and gently patting his sister's head. This is nice. This is nice. A lot of like kind of character weight in this moment, that we know the intense strength he's capable of, but then in this moment of reviving, all he cares about is his sister. Oh, so nice. What was I gonna say? So yeah, it's like we were promised Tsukasa. We want Tsukasa to come back. We want to enjoy his character again. So they're giving us that, but they're being like, okay, but don't get used to this. We can't just be out here Dr. Stoning people willy-nilly. This is like a one-time thing. This is something the series does really well, I think, and I'm always trying to pull it out and highlight it, is like resource management. Like, they've unlocked something, do they just get it permanently? What are the limitations on it? How does it not make, you know, things too trivial or whatever? Really trying to move things along a little bit. Tsukasa. That's nice. That's nice. Tearful reunion. Kohaku pummeling Chrome for calling her a gorilla. What a varied page. So many different things going on here. Ooh, and then of course, Senkyu's always doing this with people. The silent walk by, acknowledgement. I like that Senkyu, he really does have different relationships with different people. We think of him as, a science robot sometimes. And he does seem sometimes kind of inconsiderate of the particularities of other people's emotions. But just comparing this to his reunion with Chrome, where they enthusiastically high-fived, it's like, he knows what people want from him. He knows the sort of respect he needs to give each and every comrade. It's nice. What's our situation? Whoa! So cool-headed. We're invading the moon. And yeah, a bunch of people in the audience hadn't heard this before either, I bet. But damn, that's awesome. Imagine being revived, being well again, seeing your sister again, and then being told, it's time for the moon. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, he lost his cool just a little bit. Especially a modern timer. That's interesting, but it's true, especially a modern timer. The prehistoric people at this point have very little scale or reference for how hard different things are relatively, right? Like, they've already seen so many impossible things that going to the moon might be like, oh, all right, well, I guess that makes sense. But yeah, for someone who's actually heard about people going to the moon before and understands how hard that's going to be, and Tsukasa understands immediately, you need a single powerful warrior, which is the only reason you revive. 10 billion% correct. Too sick of seeing your dumb mug to want to bring you back to the West. Look at the banter. They have such nice banter. To hurry back to Tsukasa before he thawed out and started rotting or whatever, right? You two hate to get so emotional, touchy-feely. Oh, he's too cocky now. What is he elbowing Senkyu like that for? You think you can get away with that? My awesome bodyguard, Matsukaze. Matsukaze does actually seem absurdly strong. Because Kiresame and Kohaku were dueling, and he was able to just, run through that, like it was nothing. So Matsukaze could be on the tier of, Hyoga and Moze, probably. I'd be amazed if he actually was on the tier of Tsukasa, because Tsukasa is like Senkyu or Taiju. They're cheat code level strength, cheat code level fighting prowess. I want to Tsukasa. I can tell at a glance that he's a dignified warrior who has honed himself to unparalleled perfection. Ooh! So they will spar, and you can see the branch is still in Matsukaze's belt. This is the same branch he just randomly found. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Matsukaze is going to get wrecked. And it's just to head off the sort of conversation I just had, where we need to reestablish Tsukasa, no, is the cheat code level fighting prowess. Everybody else can fight amongst themselves, but let's make sure we understand. There's levels to this shit. Ginro deflated. Ooh, but he does recognize that Matsukaze is strong. Even though it seems like all Tsukasa did is just go like, grrr, and then everything just shattered on his body. That's at full strength. That could spell bad news. Listen up. So you start talking about killing Senkyu or committing crimes. Gonna have to answer to the sheriff. Yo, this gun! The gun's out of bullets! There's no way that Yo can procure his own bullets and reload the gun without Senkyu's help. He's just carrying around that empty gun. That's beautiful. You remember way back in the gun arc when they were first designing it, I went on a long rant about how I don't want guns to be cool. I like this series because they hesitated so much about the gun. They had the fake out with the swords instead of the gun. Blah, 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 blah. I think this is the perfect resolution. This is better than I ever could have hoped for in terms of how the gun ultimately turns out as this unloaded, useless weapon that Yo is carrying around. Hey, he lost his little eye patch thing. Matsukaze here is strong enough in his own right. For me to join the Kingdom of Science now as a warrior would be shameless. I can't do it. I smashed too many statues trying to create a world honoring my ideals. I can't erase that path. Senkyu says whatever, get over it. We can ruminate on all that annoying serious stuff until we go bald. Let's do it later, because the fate of humanity is at stake now. Battery's done. Since you didn't get petrified again, you're just gonna have those cracks on your face. Couldn't care 1 millimeter about that. All these people saying, "Aww," wonder who they are. Are there like Senkyu fans? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of Senkyu fans in the Kingdom of Science, but are there people with a crush on Senkyu? They wish he didn't have those ugly scars. But as I said, it's a pretty established part of the look of the series now. I'd be surprised if he just gets rid of them at some point. Anyways, once we beat My Man and solve the grand mystery, Dr. Stone can do all the healing we need to. So it kind of seems like they're okay with Dr. Stone being offline for now. That the immediate goal isn't, we need to charge this, we need to fix this. Like, Senkyu's acknowledging, this hyper technology is just too tough to understand. I'm not going to be able to get in there or anything. So, you know, as I said, it's all about kind of having this balance of progress and then limitations. Only dear Senkyu, though. It's not fair. I want Warpaint too. Whoa! Hey! So this is how they have it both ways. It's like, I know you miss these familiar character markings, so they'll just put them back on for fun. And tie shoes is totally inaccurate. Cool. Yeah, I'm into that. Would you join us here, Tsukasa? It's actually pretty impressive, Gen doing this. Because before, they didn't actually resolve this, okay? This is actually really funny to me. Basically, Senkyu says this stuff. Tsukasa is like, okay. But you can tell he doesn't still really want to join. And Gen notices. Gen notices this hesitation, and he comes up with this plan. Because he knows if he can convince Tsukasa to draw on his previous scars, then he'll be such ideologically a comrade that this question of can he atone from his sins, does he deserve to stand with them, blah, 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 become totally irrelevant. He tricks everyone. He gets everyone past this. It's so subtle. And even I, reading it the first time, before I kind of thought about it, I didn't notice what Gen was up to. It just kind of seemed like a silly development, and oh yeah, those are the familiar character designs. It makes sense they'd want to do that. But Gen was scheming through the whole thing. Thank you, Gen. Everyone. Yeah. Tsukasa understands. But it's all just an elaborate scheme for him to save face. It's kind of a pun, because he actually drew cracks on his face. Tsukasa Shishio has joined the party. Kingdom's got Tsukasa on its side. Whatever Y-Man really is, he doesn't stand a chance now. Next up, we're invading the moon. We're going to have a blast crafting the spaceship. And here's the roadmap. He has like 5-10 roadmaps. This is exactly what I wanted. 12 roadmaps. Roadmap arc after roadmap arc after roadmap arc. But all those roadmap arcs are also exploration arcs. They're probably antagonist-driven arcs. It's just they've worked out the formula. Fitting to this series, they've worked out a formula for how these arcs can go. They've come up with this amazing master plan that they can all contribute to. And I gotta say, it surprises me to be able to say this after so many times I've thought it before, but I've never been more excited about the future of this series. To be able to say that 141 chapters in, after already having so many beautiful, beautiful moments and huge developments and unlocks and stuff. What a fantastic series. Okay. Please join me tomorrow for more Dr. Stone. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.